Hey, good morning, everyone. How's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you. Another episode, Coffee with Coach, on this awesome Monday morning. Hope you're up doing well, got the mind in the right place. But if not, let's put it in the right place. So, missed you guys. Been gone for a couple days. Been super busy weekend. Had a big competition yesterday. Tournaments are normally on Saturdays, but we had a big one yesterday. And Team Alvarez had 97 competitors go out and compete. It was a very long but very productive day. And I wanted to just touch on a few things from what I got out of yesterday with spending time with the kids, the teens, and the adults out there at the tournament yesterday. So first off, we took first place in the adult no gi, and then we took second place in the kids gi, no gi, in the adult gi, and then like second place overall. So big ups to Team Soul Fighters. They had like 4 or 5 different schools that came together and put in the work and got the job done. So we'll be looking to try to make a comeback on the next one. But anyways, but I got to give props out to them because they got the job done. So big ups to them. Okay, so learning about yourself through competition. Man, I love it so much. Like, I've been competing since when I moved to Texas, because there was no tournaments at the time. There was barely any jiu-jitsu at the time in Michigan when I started. Again, we were just backyard grappling in the living rooms where we could find some space to move some stuff out of the way and grapple. It didn't matter if it was a hard floor or not, we were doing it, but there was no tournament. So when I moved to Texas, there was tournaments, and there was like more jiu-jitsu schools and everything like that throughout the state. And so I've been competing since 2002. And throughout those years, I've learned quite a bit about myself throughout the wins and the losses. Traveled all over the world to compete. Have put myself and my body through so many different things to prepare mentally and physically. And sometimes all of that pays off, and sometimes it doesn't. Regardless of how hard you work, making sure everything was done. There's no corners being cut, no slacking whatsoever. You're just really trying to overachieve and get things done, and then you still come up short. Okay, so I want to talk about today, what you learn for those that competed yesterday. Okay, and then maybe someone out there that's thinking about it, maybe really nervous, scared, don't want to do it because of just the anxiety of it and everything like that. You really learn about yourself through this process and through the pressure that goes on throughout the the days, the weeks, the months leading up into the tournament, the night before the tournament, and going through the process through the actual day of the tournament. So first off, one of the things that I got leading up to the tournament was mind control. All right, let me talk about mind control for a minute. So, when you sign up for a tournament and you're preparing for a tournament and you're doing, you're going through the routine of trying to get ready for it, your mind will start to flip out on you. Your mind will start to try to take you in a direction where you shouldn't go if you allow it to go there, meaning, I'm not good enough, I'm not ready. Man, I could be here all day with a list of excuses or just comments that I've heard throughout the weeks prior to this thing. And my job as a coach, which I have been, just unbelievable how many conversations I've had leading up to this tournament of talking to individuals, my students, about talking good about themselves. Making sure that you have positive self-talk, the power of, yeah, I can do it. The power of, I'm ready for this. The power is I prepared for this. If you prepared properly, like if you're lying to yourself, then that's not it. But if you put in the work, you showed up to class, you got the rounds in, tough rounds, and you had good days and bad days on the mats, you're running, you're eating right, changing up your diet, you're feeling better about yourself, you're getting better shape. Your game's getting better because you have a goal to shoot for versus like when we're just practicing week in and week out, we're just practicing, So when you set a goal for like a tournament, it really amplifies, or it should anyways, it should amplify and up your game in all levels of your health and your fitness and your preparation for the tournament. So your jiu-jitsu, everything gets better. Everything gets better. And that's what I love about it, is like it gets better. But even with all that put in place, the mind will really try to take you off into a different direction where it shouldn't. And that's what it's doing. And everything that I listen to and everything that I read and I've come to learn through the Jocko and David Goggins books and Eric Thomas is that your brain has a safety mechanism in it, you know, that's supposed to protect you from things that are tough, things that are hard. We run from those things. We hide from those things. We go in the opposite direction because why? It scares us, versus going towards the thing that scares us is where the growth is at. And I put out a couple of episodes here recently about those kind of things. So the amount of pep talks, I guess, that I gave up until this point, you know, was a lot, trying to get people to just put their mind in the right place prior to this thing. And not only that, but making sure we were prepared and prepped properly, which we were the most ever out of all the years I've been doing this. We were definitely ready. So, you know, you learn how to handle, you learn about yourself and how you handle pressure. You know, when your mind starts to try to take control over your body and stuff like that and push you in different directions, you're thinking about who's watching and if you lose and what if I let my team down and what if I, the what if factor, right? That pressure starts to weigh heavy on you. And through this process of competing and putting yourself in positions that's tough, difficult, challenging, going to make you grow, you definitely learn about yourself and how you handle pressure. Can you handle pressure? You know, do you fold under pressure? You know, do you crack under pressure? And so through this process, you will learn how to handle those pressures, those things that are tough, that are difficult, those things where you know, where you got to shut things out and just get the job done. Can you get the job done? And that's for sure one of the things that I found out about myself, and that I saw a lot of students yesterday found out about themselves as well. I've already talked about, just reading my notes, the positive self-talk part. You know, you learn about how it feels. What does it feel like after all the preparation that you went through? Again, cutting weight, you know, giving up your weekend foods and your favorite foods, and you know, losing, you know, 5-10 pounds, maybe more. You know, your body's ready. You've been training, and you got little, you know, tweaks and pulls, and you're a little battered and bruised from the training sessions and the runs and the workouts and everything like that. And then after all the smoke clears, and it's all said and done, and you get your hand raised and you win and you get that gold medal placed around your neck, you learn how that feels. You know, that's a great feeling. It's an absolutely great feeling. Like, you can't put a price on it. There's no money you can get that anyone can give you for the price of hard work. You know, what you get from all the things that you put in, and then you achieve a certain goal. There's just nothing anyone can buy you or give you to make you have that feeling. You got to actually put yourself through some very tough things and go through and complete the process. And when you do achieve those things, the things that what you learn about yourself and how that feels, it actually becomes addicting. Like you become this individual where it's like, hey, I like that, and I want to do more of that. I want to win more. Meaning, you can use it a competition as an example, or just in life period, where you know, I just want to be better. Like, I see what this got me and where this got me to, and how much of a better person I became because of it. And I want more of that feeling, and it'll help you with that. So definitely learning what it feels like to win through the process of competing and putting, you know, through the proper preparation, and it goes your way. Okay. Now, what if it doesn't go your way? You do all these things. You're eating right. You're cutting weight. You gave up a couple weekends of hanging out with friends and family and eating certain of your favorite foods, and you're doing the runs and the workouts, you get extra jiu-jitsu sessions in, you go out and compete, and then you win a couple matches, and in the finals you lose. That's, to me, the most important, excuse me, the thing that we get to learn about ourselves is who are we as a person when we lose. You know, when the sun is shining like today, it's a beautiful day out, been really cloudy and really foggy and drizzly the last couple days. Excuse me. Yesterday was a lot of yelling, so my voice is a little rough. But and the sun isn't out there, man. You get down on yourself, right? But when things are going your way, man, it's really easy to be like, yeah, let's do the next one. But what happens when you lose? What happens when you lose? Who are you as a person when you lose? And definitely me as a person, I got to find out who I was, throughout this process and become a better loser. Not that I want to lose, not that I'm trying to lose, but when I do lose, what's my attitude like when I walk off the mat? Do I throw my belt? Do I kick something? Do I throw my medal in the trash? Do I ignore my coach and my teammates and go off in a corner somewhere and just ignore everyone? I used to have those feelings, right? I used to do those kind of things. I never threw my medal in the trash, by the way, but I don't recommend you do that, okay? I recommend you hang those up, and I did another video on that before in the past, but don't throw your medals in the trash. Hang them up. Keep them as a reminder of where the mistakes were made and to come back and do it again. But I am more, when I come off the mat, that feeling of losing sucks, but I cannot push away my coach and the people that are there waiting for me at the barricades when you walk off the mat, and then just totally not, they're waiting to embrace you and give you a hug and a high five. And after you lose, you really don't want to do that. You really just want to go off and be by yourself. But then you're acting like a little kid, right? So I learned over time, like, hey, these people were here just screaming and yelling for me and cheering me on and trying to push me to get this win. And I came up short and I lost. I need to walk off the mat, go show them some love, give them a hug, and because that's what they're waiting for. At least me as a coach, that's what I'm waiting for. Regardless of my student wins or lose. Like yesterday, I gave a lot of hugs, a lot of high fives for a lot of wins. We had a lot of wins, but we had a lot of losses where I just wanted to hug my student and just embrace them, to just like, hey, keep your head up. It's gonna be all right. Because me as a competitor, I know what it's like to lose. And I wouldn't want anyone stepping on me, when I lose, and right when I lost, get off the mat. I've seen coaches like that. That's not a good look, and that's definitely not a good feeling. When you're already feeling down and disappointed after losing, and then someone comes and just kind of smashes you further into the ground. So I'm always trying to put something positive in their ear when they come off the mat. So definitely, again, learning about who you are. When you lose, you get those individuals that the first gut reaction is, I don't want to talk to anyone. I want to go be by myself. Throw your medal in the trash, kick something, throw something, argue with the ref, all these things. And through the process of competing, through the losses, you'll learn, at least you should learn, to handle those things better, be more mature, and be a loser, someone that takes a loss in a better manner. If you can win and be a champion that way, you need to be a champion when you lose too, because it's gonna, people are looking at you. People are watching to see, how do you react when you lose? Do you throw your medal in the trash? Do you kick something? Do you act, do you not shake the opponent's hand? That happened to me a couple times at black belt. It happened at the Vegas Open, and it happened at American Nationals one year, where, a couple guys that I beat, and it's time to come get your medal, and they actually came and grabbed the medal off the table and took off with it. They didn't want to go up to the medal podium and take the picture and stand next to me, but it was okay for me to stand next to them when they beat me. What's that say about you? It says a lot about you. So I've learned, like, hey, when I lose, I need to make sure that I handle this like a champion. I need to make sure, because I am a champion. I've done so many things, that I've accomplished so much. When I lose, it sucks, but I need to make sure that I can lose like 1-2 and then just get ready and come back for the next one. So you definitely learn who you are as a person when you lose. So this is just a message, and just something to just drop in your ear if you haven't competed yet. And because you definitely will lose at some point, because everyone does at some point. But really, for my students, if they're watching and listening to this right now, or when they catch this, how do you conduct yourself when you lose. All right, that's a huge thing that we learn about ourselves, and we should pay attention to that when we do. I got a message yesterday. Well, actually, I don't know if I got a message or maybe it was just a conversation I had, but one of my students was like, "Man, I really liked it. It was a lot of fun, but I'm not doing it anymore." I think they had 2 losses and they got 1 win. They had an arm bar at the end, and I think they said that was their last it was their first and their last competition. So I had woke up this morning, and this same individual gave me this really nice long message, and was like a more positive message, like, "Hey, I changed my mind. I'm coming back in the game. I realized, like, at this weight class, I was a little, even though I lost weight, I'm still a little, overweight for that weight class. They're a little stronger, a little more fit. I need to get in better shape. And so I'm going to use that as a goal to get in better shape, get better at my jiu-jitsu, get better." And he kind of listed all these things he needs to get better at, which we all do. Everyone needs to get better at something always. And I'm going to do the next one. And so that's what I'm saying. That's why he learned about himself yesterday, okay? Because he's never competed before. This is new to him. Jiu-jitsu is new to him. He's a white belt. He's going through this whole process, and the first gut reaction is like, "Ooh, okay, cool, I got it, I'm done." And then go to sleep, wake up the next day, let me change my mind on that. Let me rethink what I wrote or said to coach, and then I'm a change that. So I was definitely really happy to wake up this morning to see a message like that. So that's really good stuff. So, you get to learn, through this process of competing, the importance of teamwork. I mean, the amount of things that I put my students through in the training and pushing each other and, making them fight each other in front of their peers and stuff like that on the mat. You get to learn the importance of teamwork, how important your teammates are to you, and because sometimes we just get selfish on the mat. I've had students like that in the past where, they were just really selfish individuals and they didn't really care about their teammates all that much. And I feel like the team that we have now, because things change over the years, our team is probably one of the strongest it's ever been, if not is, because of the amount of camaraderie we have on the mats and the teamwork that I see these guys put in and girls put in. So you get to learn the importance of teamwork. Like, you can't get anywhere by yourself. You need someone to help you get to the next level, to help you get to that thing that you want to get to. No one gets anywhere in life by themselves. So I think through this process, if your attitude was like that, you'll learn through competition, hey, I need my teammates. I need them to help me. I need my coach. I need people around me, a good supportive system to get that goal that I want. And in order for me to get that, I need to make sure that I value and appreciate my teammates and teamwork. So, just a lot of stuff, man. I can be here all day on the value of competing and what it does for you as a person, what the things that you learn about yourself and how you can grow and develop on and off the mats through this process. So I just thought it was fitting to wake up this morning and just kind of share. Again, I think I got to the tournament at 8 o'clock yesterday. I left a little after 8 o'clock, got something to eat, and got home about 10:30. So it was a very long day. But through that process, I saw a lot of disappointed faces, a few tears, not many, which was good. And I just really feel like this thing should, if you have that right attitude and that right feeling about yourself on the inside, that you won't allow this to be your last one. Because when I came home last night, I did a video to my team in our private group page. Like, hey, if this is going to be your last tournament, or whenever your last tournament is, do it on a win and not a loss. All right? Don't ride off into the sunset with a loss. Do it with a win. If you're going to say, hey, all right, this is my last tournament, then, do it with a gold medal and do it that way. Then kind of sour and salty because you lost and be like, didn't go my way and I ain't ever doing that again, kind of thing. Because it's not a good look and it's not a good way to go out. You definitely want to go out on top. So, get back to it. So anyways, I'm already behind, but I'll leave it there. Okay, you guys have a great day. And like I said, if you're thinking about competing, you should do it. You should do it. It's a very beneficial thing that will put you in a position where you can learn a lot about yourself, and you can definitely grow, because you'll get to see again, how do you handle things when things don't go your way, or when things do go your way, and are you going to help the next person underneath you and help them get better, and the people around you in that whole process. And just so many great things to learn through the process of competing and what it does for you. All right, so again, you're only don't consider yourself a loser, or have that mindset, if you came up short yesterday, or wherever it is, whenever it is you do come up short, come back and get back on the mats, and get back to training, get back to learning, and get back to putting your mind in the right place, and having a good attitude about the loss. Learn from it, grow from it, get better from it, and go get something out of it. So all right, guys, have a great day. We'll catch you on the next one.